Hello. How are you
Hi.
today?
Good. How are you?
Beautiful. What would you like guidance on? Or I can tune
Uh,
into your energy first if you want.
well, I think direction in general, direction in life.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I don't need a man in my life right now. I am kind of putting things together. I'm separated from my husband. We'll hopefully divorce soon. And I moved from Turkey to the States
Okay.
couple of years ago, and I feel um, like I'm adapting better to life here,
Oh, for sure. All right, let
and
me let me hop
just
in because I
direction.
don't want you to
Okay.
give me too much because I
Okay.
want I
Good.
want to be able to hear from your
Okay.
guides.
Yeah.
But I'll ask you follow-up questions, don't
Okay.
worry. And I only see AG on your thing, so just give me your name one more time.
Oh, Asla.
Asla. I ask the Ministry of Angels for myself, my client Asla, with a beautiful white light. As I open, you're like, as I open my heart to divine unconditional love and ask to connect to my highest self, guides and angels, and those of my client Asla. So to be a clear channel with which to receive and communicate their wisdom, I ask to release any expectations I may have towards the outcome of the work that we do together today. And I ask that the outcome of this work serve the highest and greatest good. Amen. Okay, I'm going to tune back in. So when you first asked the question, you said, I need direction. I had the image of you looking sort of like forward, but there's like this kind of haze. There's this kind of
Hmm.
haze. There's this kind of fog. And
Yeah.
so you're kind of moving forward and through, but everything's sort of stirred up and nothing feels clear. Okay. And where I
Yes.
live
Yes.
here in San Diego, about, 2/3 of a mile from the beach, many mornings I wake up and I'm in the fog. Sometimes
Hmm.
it's so foggy I can't even see the ocean, right? Which is not so very far away from me, right? But what
Hmm.
what often happens as the day goes on and things settle is that the fog burns off, the fog lifts, right? And then things become clear again. And what your guides want you to know is the fog will lift. The fog
Okay.
is lifting, right? But this is not going to be a time of, it's not really clarity, but like precision and, like tight corners. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm having trouble finding the word, like fine
Hmm.
acuity,
Hmm.
because a lot is just stirred up right now. There's just a lot
Yes.
going on. Now, I will say that when I tuned into your energy of your spirit and your soul, your higher self, you are one focused person. So you, in general, like energetically, when I tune into your energy, typically you are very laser focused. And it
Mm.
feels to me you have a goal, you have a thing that you want to do, and boom, you fly right to it. Is that accurate?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. It
Yeah.
is. It
And
is.
so right now, what your guides want you to know, what they don't want you to do is fly towards the wrong goal. So imagine
Okay.
that you're a plane now flying through dense fog, or a jet fighter plane, right? The last thing you want to do is like barrel into the wrong target,
Okay.
right? And so this is
Yes.
a time to just allow yourself to be with a little bit of fog, a little bit of not knowing, a little bit of clarity, and wait. And they say when the fog burns off, the landscape will be much clearer, and the landscape will be very different than the
Hmm.
one you knew before. Can you hear that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna. Yeah.
It's going to
I'm
be
expecting
very
some
different.
changes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So any decisions you made now beyond the ones you have to make, because if you're in the fog, you have to, like, I once walked on the beach here in such a dense fog that I could only see like one step at a time. I mean, it was
Yeah.
crazy, like one little step. So, and I needed to keep walking because I did not want to live and die on the beach. I wanted to get home. So I did. I had to make some choices, and I had to watch my feet and one step at a time. Right. But I wasn't going to break out into a run, because even though I was walking in a place that I had been many times, and I kind of had a vague idea of where I was going and where the big rocks would be, right? When
Mm-hmm.
you're in a dense fog and you can't see, a foot ahead of you, it's one
Mm-hmm.
step at a time. And that's what they want you to really focus on. It's not comfortable for you. It's not how you
Mhm.
usually do things. You're usually like set a goal and laser to it, but now is simply not the time for that. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
And they
Yes,
say,
I hear that.
just like Victoria, they say, on that beautiful day when I walked on the beach. It's a really cool walk you can do here. When the tide is super low, you can walk from one town to another across this beautiful beach, and it's really remarkable. And when we set out to do that, because San Diego works like this, it was sunny, but midway through the walk, it was sunny no more, right? And so, just like that, I set out with an intention, right? To
Mhm.
walk from that point back to my home. And you've set out with an intention too, and your intention is very, very clear. Okay.
Mhm.
But for you, that intention brought up a lot of emotion. It's brought up a lot of things, hence the fog. Okay.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
just be with it. Understand you still know where you're going. You have that clear direction in mind, correct?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, in terms of like leaving this relationship, moving forward, the things
Yeah.
that you're
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're
For
clear,
sure.
you're unwavering, and you're going to get there. Okay. And in the meantime, one step at a time, one step at a time, is as far as you can see, is as far as you have to decide. And when you get through this, when you get through this hurdle, when things settle down, when you're feeling a little bit more comfortable in your life, when you're feeling more settled, when the hard stuff is over, because there's a lot of hard stuff right now,
Mhm. Mhm.
the path moving forward will be clear.
Okay.
The sun will, and you'll be back to your old like self of like, I want to do this, and then you're going to go there. I want to do this, I want to go there, and things will, but the landscape will be so very different that any choices you made now would be irrelevant, so don't even try. Okay.
Mm.
Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, should I try? Sometimes I feel like I'm trying very hard, and exactly like you said. I mean, should I not try this hard? Does that mean that I am actually trying to go to a certain direction, and that may not be relevant? Is this what that means? I mean, should I just take it easy sometimes? I don't know. Am I putting too much effort into something that is not really worth it?
I don't feel now that any rockets that you try to launch will go very far, because you're not in a space where you can see where they're going, and it's kind of wet and damp where you are. And so the fuse isn't lighting very well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be concerned if you launch a rocket from where you are now, it's going to go somewhere that you did not intend it to go. And then it's just going to.
Okay.
So I think this is a time to focus on the immediate things that you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get through this phase, and again, they say emotionally things are very stored up for you. As you get through this phase and the emotions start to settle down, and the nuts and bolts decisions that you're making in your life right now, like the big things that just have to be done to get through a divorce, to get through, there's a lot of, they're calling them nuts and bolts decisions. They're not long range decisions, they're short-term decisions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of short-term decisions that you're navigating, and those are the ones that you should focus on, the short term decisions. And sometimes, look, we feel that I can't decide where to put my foot next if I don't know where I'm going. But you do know generally where you're going.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do know generally where you want to be. Okay. You just
Okay.
don't know what that landscape's going to look like yet, because you can't see where you're going.
It
Okay.
makes sense.
So
Yes.
focus on what you can see in front of you now, and know when the fog clears and you're just a little more comfortable, and you're not making so many of these what they call nuts and bolts decisions. Like they're just a lot of like, and it's every decision you're making is stirring up a lot of emotional stuff. Whereas before, a lot of your choices were just, I want to do this thing. This thing feels good. I want to build this thing. Okay, I'm going to do it. But
Mm-hmm.
this isn't, there's a lot of emotion. And so when you get past this point, things are going to be clear, I have no doubt. And then I just see there's like a car waiting, and you hop in the car and just drive off. Okay. And you will drive off unpartnered for sure. I mean, you don't do it because I said to, but my feeling is you're crystal clear on your choice with your marriage. Is that
Oh
correct?
yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
like I
Yes.
just don't see, and
Yes.
it's the right choice for you. It's just not,
Yes.
it's not
Mm-hmm.
feeling easy right now, because these things never are.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know, I mean, I won't say never are, but I had a very, very smooth uncoupling, with a lot of love from a beautiful relationship. And it still was emotionally heart wrenching. Like, it's just what it is. Right. And
Right.
so, and I don't think your situation is as clean as mine was. So,
Mm.
does that make sense? So there's a
Yeah.
lot you're dealing with now. Focus on those things and don't worry. And if you have goals like monetary goals, lifestyle goals, and I wouldn't forego another relationship though. Right now, I definitely wouldn't put that in your mind. You need
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
to get back on firm ground and know who you are before you'd even think about that. And I think you're so done right now. But
Yeah.
but what they're saying is if there's like bigger lifestyle things that you want to make sure that you have, just know that you'll have them. There's no question. You don't have to figure out how you're going to get there. Like, you're already kind of mostly there now. Just one small decision at a time. And then when everything's over, you'll know how to rebuild. Okay. Another way of
Okay.
saying it, it's in the middle of the hurricane. You just gotta kind of take cover and figure out how to stay safe and, do this, do that. Then after it's over, after the storm, you're going to, one, find out a lot of things that you still want are standing, and two, the things that aren't standing anymore. When the sun's out, it's much easier to find the pieces that you need to rebuild and move forward.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sending you a
Thank you.
ton of love, my friend. Mwah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.